All right, here we go. It's called the three-word game. Every NFL game wrapped up in three succinct words.
Texans at Browns.
Very nice, windy. Yeah, this game got delayed. You could not land a plane in Cleveland in the afternoon. And so basically Nick Chubb had missed 4 games. By the way, the Browns had no rushing touchdowns in the 4 games he missed. Nick Chubb comes back, 100 yards, different team. They've got a recipe here as long as they follow it. Run the ball out, throw it very little, they'll win games.
Buccaneers at Panthers.
Bucks flexed offensively. Season high in points, yards, rushing attempts, and rushing yards. And I thought they established their rushing game and then threw higher percentage passes to Gronk and AB and Mike Evans. Now, Brady did go over the top at times after the running game had been established, but I thought they really flexed yesterday. They gave you watch that tape. If you have to play Tampa next week and you're the Rams, they showed you a little bit of everything.
Eagles at Giants.
Jones's giant game. Daniel Jones was fantastic. Consecutive games now without a turnover for the first time in his career. He can really run. This guy he's a real athlete, and he's got a nice arm. So I think Daniel Jones, everybody said he was Eli Manning. He kind of looks like him. He's a much better out-of-the-pocket runner than Eli Manning, but I think he throws the same very catchable ball, and I think that was the best he has looked in the NFL.
Jaguars at Packers.
How's that possible? Okay, 30-mile-an-hour winds at Lambeau probably explains it, but you watched that game. I watched that game. How was that game close? I don't know.
Washington at Lions.
Motor City mediocrity. Matt Prater, 59-yarder as time expired. If the Lions had failed to win, it would have been the 9th time in the Matt Patricia era where they blew a 10-point-plus lead in a loss, and they almost did again.
Broncos at Raiders.
Just winning, baby. Defense forced 5 turnovers from Drew Lock. They entered the game with 5 takeaways all season. It was real simple. They ran the ball and let Drew Lock make a bunch of mistakes. Boring and simple, and it worked.
Chargers at Dolphins.
A simple recipe. They're great on third down defensively. They have great special teams. And they asked Tua, complete about 15 or 18 passes. This is what they do. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They don't turn it over. They play great special teams. They make their field goals. And defensively, very good. They get you off the field on third down. Very simple recipe for Miami.
Bills at Cardinals.
Murray's a magician. What are you going to say about Kyler Murray? First player in NFL history with both a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown in 5 straight regular season games. I know you want to compare him to Russell Wilson. He's not. He's much better. He runs to attack. Russ runs to buy time to throw. This kid, he runs. He'll end up being one of the top rushers in the NFL this year. He's not Russell Wilson.
Seahawks at Rams.
Don't blame Russ. Seattle has not had a 100-yard rusher this season. He was sacked 6 times. Their secondary, although talented at safety, does not make plays. I mean, look at the difference between the Rams secondary yesterday that shut down DK Metcalf, had multiple picks, and the Seahawks secondary where Ram receivers were wide open all game. Go ahead and blame Russell Wilson, but I said before, Kansas City could win a lot of games without Mahomes. Last year, the Steelers won 7 or 8 games without Ben. Would Seattle win a game in this league, seriously, without Russell Wilson? I'm not sure they would.
Bengals at Steelers.
Learned nothing new. Steelers have won their last 11 games against the Bengals. And it's interesting. They're the first team to start 9-0 since the Panthers and the Patriots did it in 2015. Sometimes they let bad teams stick around. That was not the case yesterday.
49ers at Saints.
Up to Jameis. As Joy told you, Drew Brees, multiple fractured ribs. And so it looks like in the next month, Jameis is going to play Atlanta, Denver, Atlanta, and Philadelphia. 3-1. Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0. 3-1. They'll probably retain the league division lead because Tampa's got to play Kansas City in 2 weeks. They'll probably lose that. So they can lose a game. They lose 2, and Tampa Bay's got Rams at home they'll win. After Kansas City, a bye, so they may just sit home and take the division lead.
Ravens at Patriots.
Perfect Patriots weather. It's pretty simple. The Patriots this year, New England 4-1 when they rush 35 times or more, and 0-4 when they don't. So when the weather's like this and nobody can throw the ball that effectively, this is what New England's built for. They still, regardless, and I don't think Cam's the answer, they got to get quarterback fixed, and they have got to get faster offensively. They got to get faster at tight end. It's amazing. We live in Los Angeles. The Rams have 2 tight ends I like. The Chargers have a great tight end. We got 3 in L.A. If you count the Raiders that were in Oakland last year and Kittle, our state had 4 great tight ends. New England doesn't have anything resembling that. Tight end's a position right now. There's a lot of good tight ends, and there's a lot of good tight ends coming out of college football. They got to figure that out. They're not dynamic at all there, and they got to get faster.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.